Hello everyone, I'm Swain. Today I'm back with another Mamamoo pet request by the CBN over on Diligent here. Thanks a lot for supporting on. Today I'll be checking out why Mamamoo is the most underrated K-pop group, as well as Mamamoo, the true vocal queens. The first video is by Nahiseokie, and the other one is by Sherlia. I will leave a link in the description to those two videos, but now let's check out the first one. Why are they underrated? Because people have no taste. Because they're not from a big company.
Immense popularity worldwide, appealing to a wider audience and slowly getting into mainstream territory. There is one group that, despite both local and global success, remains largely overlooked. And there are definitely not enough videos out there about them. So let's dive into it.
Oh, that's a really cool intro.
Mamamoo is a four-member South Korean girl group from an underdog company that debuted in 2014, making them part of the third K-pop generation of idols. Renowned for their exceptional vocal abilities, their range, charisma, emotive delivery, and overall brand, they are set apart as a group with unparalleled talent and originality in the industry. From the moment they started, Mamamoo has been consistently disrupting the conventional norms of the Korean music scene, forging a genre of their own. Their concept is neither cutesy or badass,
but
offers an alternative that challenges the usual stereotypical portrayal of girl groups, often designed to cater to the male gaze. Instead, they went with their own style,
basically like the J-pop
and subjected themselves to the harsh criticisms of a public that wasn't used to idols not abiding to their impossibly high standards.
어떤 틀이 있는데 사실 그런 느낌은 아니란 말이죠. 마마모도 사실 확신이 있었어요 처음에?
그런 생각을 아예 안 했었던 것 같아요. 정말 뭐 키가 되게 커가지고 막 모델처럼 막 멋있거나 막 이런 것도 아니고 얼굴이 막 그렇다고 되게 예쁘지도 않고 너네는 그냥 좋은 무대와 좋은 노래 이걸로 너네는 승부를 봐야 된다.
They were often disrespected for their unconventional visuals and personalities, not embodying the cute and innocent image that female idols usually adopt.
데뷔하자마자 탈퇴를 당할 뻔했어요?
예, 그랬죠.
왜요?
좀 외적인 모습으로 많은 분들이 뭐 어떻게 뭐 저런 애가 뭐 걸그룹을 하냐 뭐 이런 식인 거예요.
Man, that's crazy.
그런 인식들을 그래도
I've
제가
already
좀 더
known this because of the guy that I watched.
그랬었죠.
As young trainees, Solar, Moonbyul, Wheein, and Hwasa had to prove their way to success with the one element that truly matters and is too often dismissed: music. First ever artist of their company Rainbow Bridge World, the girls had one chance to make a last.
Honestly, I don't think people would agree. I'm not sure if you guys would agree. I think the most important thing in K-pop is actually not visuals. Of course, I do know that's the most important thing, maybe in Korea. And it's not actually vocals. Hear me out. It's actually the discography, the music. Like, if the music is good, honestly, you might not even care how good an idol's vocals are or how good of a singer she is if the music is to your taste. And the important thing here is music. And Mamamoo can back that up with their vocals, because I'm sure their songs won't hit as hard if they are given to any other group, you know?
Lasting impression, and that they did.
Let's get on with the show.
And also, they are great performers too, you know? It's not just about vocals with them. They have everything. Jesus. Also, outfits
Even
and
though they gained
concepts.
attention
Yeah,
with this
true.
first stage,
They have
the girls
everything.
had very little to build upon, not benefiting from what the already established agencies with money and reputation do. In the early years, RBW couldn't even afford them a choreographer, leaving the group to make their own dances and promoting their songs with streets performances, while other groups would access large-scale promotions and resources upon debut. Not only were the girls struggling financially, they would also mention how they'd feel out of place and snubbed from industry actors. But despite the hardships, Mamamoo would start growing a small fandom and achieve some success, like their first music show win with the song You're the Best.
Yeah, they seem so happy.
Over the course of their career, Mamamoo has shown significant maturity and evolution in their music, consistently delivering high-quality performances and attesting that there is no genre or style they cannot master.
Yeah, this is
and even
good.
though there aren't many
There's also
topics on which the
diversity
K-pop community
in their
aligns, the girls'
discography.
indisputable talent, charismatic stage presence, and flawless live vocals are a unanimous agreement.
Wow. My God. And like I said, if you would give Mamamoo songs to any other group, they wouldn't
To
hit
survive
as
in an
hard.
industry that entertains
songs.
most of the spotlight on visuals and hard choreographies, Mamamoo would stand out by participating in vocal-centric shows like Immortal Songs and infuse their performances with fun moments and ad-libs in award shows that are usually a little more serious.
Oh.
At this point, you might see how Mamamoo's fresh and forward attitude may have shaken pre-established models. Yet we've only scratched the surface of the extent to their influence and artistry, starting with their music. Their discography explores so many various styles, from the jazz, soul, and funk influences of their
Ooh,
first
jazz?
EPs.
I would love that. Nowadays, it's just noise music. Why?
To pop and R&B with projects like the 4-season EPs or the album Travel. Or even hip-hop and blues in Reality and Black.
Destiny makes me cry. Destiny makes me smile.
Wow. Yo, Moonbyul's deep voice?
The one video I can only urge you to watch if you want a fast introduction to their
I've
catalog
already
is the
reacted to
Killing
that.
Voice special. It's really worth it.
Agree.
Although profit-driven control has limited creative agency of many idols within their company, the members of Mamamoo are invested musicians with hands-on input on their work.
To be fair, that's not necessarily true. I'm not sure if they meant that per se, like because they do not have a bigger budget or because they are not from a bigger company, that means they are limited in terms of creativity. I do think it's the opposite. Big companies are actually limited in terms of creativity because they're always so obsessed with charts, with sales, with always being on top. So they always try and copy each other's, the big companies, the big three, the big four. They always want to copy each other. They always want to surpass each other. So they don't take risks. So that means their creativity is limited. Sure, they have more budget and they can explore different stuff, but they don't choose to do that. They always do the same thing because they are worried, about the sales, about the charts, about their stocks, stuff like that. And I really hate that. It happens not just in the K-pop industry, in the gaming industry, for example, and the entertainment industry in terms of like movies and stuff like that. They always try and rehash the same thing, and they don't want to try and be creative or risk it with something different. And that limits, their creativity, even though they have bigger budget, a bigger chance of, exploring them, but they choose not to do that.
They are in fact the most credited girl group in KOMCA history, the Korea Music Copyright Association that registrates when an artist participates in the writing of song composition, lyrics, or arrangement.
화면 전화 고개 들 때 하다가 뭐 혼자서 이제 하는 거죠. 다리 들고 내렸을 때 화면 전환이 되면서 그 관객석에 가 있는다는 거죠.
본인이
네.
바라보고 있는 시각.
네, 네.
With themes like heartbreaks and trying to cling on to something that's falling apart, the turbulence of modern life with introspection on pain growth and loneliness, or uplifting anthems that bring a message of self-respect and confidence, the quartet's mission is to creatively evoke powerful emotions in their audience, something they achieve brilliantly by incorporating vivid imagery and metaphors that add richness and dimension to their storytelling.
날 뜨겁게 안던 그 순간 화산처럼 터져버렸던 마음 붉은 자욱이 남았어 내 맘에 아직 따뜻해.
One of their most recognized works in that aspect is their conceptual project entitled 4 Seasons, 4 Colors, a year-long multi-EP installment that represented each member through a seasonal-themed lens.
Oh, wow.
한국은 사계절이 굉장히 뚜렷한 나라예요. 그래서 계절마다 그 감성들을 느낄 수가 있는데 포시즌 앨범에는 그 사계절의 감성을 그대로 담은 앨범이에요.
Even though this is kind of like a 4 seasons EPs, they do feel like quite different.
This era enabled the group to capture the attention of new fans and make a significant turning point in their career, reaching heights they had yet to achieve. But with more success comes more scrutiny, and as a team that has made clear from the very start that they would not play by the rules or answer to please, the girls had to face numerous backlash in that time.
본인도 불편해 보이는데 코디는 왜 이런 옷을 입혔는지 모르겠다. 코디 분께서 입혀주신 건 아니고요. 제가 입은 거였어요.
This is what people say nowadays too.
뭐 인신공격뿐만 아니라 그 사람이 어떤 옷을 입든 뭘 하든
Why is she doing this choreography move? And then it turns out it's the member herself that decided to do it.
South Korea is still drowning in conservative ideology. The word feminist alone is enough to cause outrage, and idols out of all people are to remain in line and not cause controversy, which is why most of them don't openly affiliate with any social movements. The Harvard Political Review states, in South Korea, an activist can face barriers to her political career, a K-pop star is met with fans burning her photos, and YouTubers receive death threats. Politicians refer to feminism as toxic as terrorism, and even women's rights activists hesitate to use the term feminist to describe themselves in fear of discrimination and judgment. In those circumstances, you can see how female idols that deliberately exercise their confidence on stage,
Wow.
encourage fans to step out of the mold, and explicitly don't care for the prejudices thrown their way, are judged as a threat
Just
to
eat.
some. Mamamoo are not ones to abdicate, and when they don't answer directly to those critics in interviews and videos, they do this.
All I wanna be is 멋짐 내 맘대로 걸어 kick it 머리 어깨 무릎 다 힙해 Do it like me do it 나를 따라 hey kick it
Oh, the World Heavyweight Championship.
In 2019, they come back with Hip, a single that will cement their position as a main actor in the industry. The chart-topping track gathers most of the ideas that the group has been trying to convey, with each of the girls embodying different characters that initiate important conversations.
거기가 날 자극한 여러분 감사. 거기서 멈춘 찌질이 반사라는 게 있어요. 이제 뭔가 자극은 좋지만 남을 헐뜯고 뭔가 그러는 거는 좋은 건 아니잖아요.
With a single song, they managed to make a statement about climate change, give exposure to drag queens, represent strong women from every profession, and address the media criticisms. The song will go on to become a massive hit, peaking at #1 in many countries, as well as in the Billboard World Digital Song Sales and the worldwide iTunes album chart. A milestone for a girl group that doesn't come from the big three and has basically built itself up. Later on, they continued to break records with new songs like Aya and walked their own path out of the mainstream trends by releasing an album made entirely
I
of
wouldn't say they are
ballads,
underrated,
very
to
bold
be
move
fair.
for a K-pop act. But Mamamoo.
So if they were doing that well, honestly, they are not underrated. Like, I would say underappreciated, maybe. Basically, like Dreamcatcher, like even Dreamcatcher recently, I don't think they are underrated anymore. Maybe at a point in their career, sure, but they are more underappreciated. People might know about them, but people do not appreciate them enough because they are not from a big company.
Cultural and political
Or because they
impact doesn't
try
stop
something
there.
different
While
that is
misogyny
not your
intersects with other
norm
social
and
issues
standard.
such as race and sexual orientation, the girls have made themselves advocates and allies of marginalized groups, using their platform to shed light on important topics or create a safe space for underrepresented communities.
Why did Nayeon look weirded out?
안녕하세요 여러분, 한국에서 활동하고 있는 드랙 아티스트 나나영롱 킴입니다.
서울 퀴어 문화 축제라는 곳에도 기부를 했었다라는 소식을 전달했을 때 이제 모든 멤버들이 다 긍정적으로 반응해 주셨지만 특히 문별 씨가
칼도 굉장히 녹슨 칼? 그러니까 굉장히 비위생적인 칼을 사용을 하는 거예요.
Hey shy boy, come on shy boy. Hey shy girl, come on shy girl.
저는 이번 기회에 말하고 싶지만 저는 성별을 넣는 걸 별로 좋아하지 않거든요. 성별 지칭을 하는 걸 별로 좋아하지 않는데 이번 기회에 또 저희 의견을 또 회사에서 또 들으시고 또 잘 생각해 주셨으면 좋겠다라는 말씀도 전달을 드렸습니다.
While queerbaiting has been a rising conversation in K-pop, Mamamoo's stance and actions speak for themselves. There are so many more examples than the ones I've shown you, like how they're the first ever K-pop group to have a queer fan club that raises funds for LGBT+ projects, or how Moonbyul used to write letters every year on National Coming Out Day. To
Oh, I like
Mamamoo,
her
being
red
different is not something you
hair.
need to hide or be ashamed of.
이 시대가 말하는 미의 기준에 내가 맞지 않다면 내가 또 다른 기준이 되어야겠다.
And as each member forged a distinctive solo career alongside their group activities, they continued to convey the team's beliefs and artistry while exploring their own.
My sister. Because I'm Mario and that's Maria. Ooh. Vocals.
Hwasa's career as a solo artist is very much in resonance with Mamamoo's message. She often addresses the pressure and expectations placed on her as a public figure and confronts the societal standards that have affected her self-esteem. If from the outside her songs may sound upbeat and fun, the lyrics are often introspective and expose the inner demons and struggles she deals with every day.
It's kind of crazy how they used to not find Hwasa pretty. They even did petitions to remove her. Like, how?
And while she remains the main target of hate, she has leveraged it into a source of strength, becoming one of the most successful and admired soloists in the country and maintaining a consistent presence on the music charts. Like other members of the group, Hwasa's recognition also comes from her impact on the
nice
Korean
that her
hip-hop and
members were
R&B
there
scene,
for her.
with the multiple collaborations she's worked on with rappers like Loco, DPR Live, Epic High, and others.
Man, what a beautiful voice. And eyes.
Ween's expression for the
I love her
majority of her
eyes.
solo work has been delving into the turbulence of young adulthood through soft pop and R&B inspirations paired with poetic imagery. As she grows to appreciate herself more as an artist, she learns not to dwell on the past and look to a brighter future with the newfound confidence fans gave her. Her delicate yet powerful
I love
voice
when
makes her
songs
an
have
excellent
deep meaning
fit for
like
a wide
this.
range of music styles,
Instead
which
of
she had the
like your typical
opportunity to
K-pop
explore
song that
through
is
collaborations
repetitive
with
and
artists
just
like
made for the
6K,
charts,
PH1,
or about, you know, your typical love.
And while she enjoys taking on new challenges that showcase her incredible versatility, Ween's core characteristic is defined by her ability to marry disciplines, like the artwork she created for her song Goodbye, where she offers a rare representation of same-sex love in a K-pop music video.
The difference between her and the other two. This is different than her other one.
As the main rapper of the group, Moonbyul has had the chance with her own music to broaden her artistic horizons and demonstrate her full capabilities.
She's the rapper of the group. She's the rapper, man.
Known for releasing songs with gender-neutral or ambiguous lyrics, she's crafted a unique identity around her androgynous image, challenging the binary view of gender through music, which is very well exhibited in the sultry sapphic anthem Shutdown that she wrote and performed with Sori, another icon of the queer community.
뜬금없는 밤에 나를 끌어 안아줬다 네 리듬에 날 맞춰 눈을 감은 그때 날 계속 사귀어줘요 짧은 숨결 속에 나를 녹여줘요 굳게 닫힌 내 매듭을 풀어줄래요 Give it to me 이 밤은 짧아 Oh no worries She said 나를 만져놔도 돼요 Yeah She said 오늘 밤은
Tonight is our
The
night.
rest of her catalog either delves into
Tonight,
introspective
we-
storytelling, where she lays bare her emotions and tackles themes like loneliness and self-hatred, or into more uplifting songs with a few collaborations with mostly female singers.
우주와 같이 어디에 있던 날 떠다니게
Ooh. I like the beat.
Fire. 뜨거운 뉴스로 빨간 내 입술로
I like how all of them as soloists. I like how all of them as soloists are also trying different concepts and different sound. You would imagine that, when they start on doing solo stuff, each member will try something different than the other member. But I feel like judging by this one, this video, it seems like every member tried different things. Even though it might resemble her other members solo, she still does it because she doesn't always do the same thing, They do not have like a certain concept or sound, even as soloists, that they always do. So yeah, that's really good. I would think, when there is a group and every member wants to go and become a soloist, each member will try to do something different than her member. Basically like Aizwan, Inbi, Yena, Yuri, Cheon, am I missing someone? Like they all try to do something different than the other. Even though I think some of them might try something slightly different, but here I feel like they are very different every song from each other. And that's so impressive. Like they didn't want to close themselves to other genres and say, okay, I'm Solar, I should do these types of song. Or I'm Moonbyul, I should do these types of song. And that's it. No, I will still do, everything. Even though my fellow member might try one day to do a similar sound, it's okay. Let her do it. Let us always do something different. And I really like that. Hey.
Compared to the rest of the members, Solar is still at the start of her solo journey, and aside from the soundtracks of K-dramas, some covers, and a handful of collaborations, her own material came about in the form of refreshing songs and strong visuals that capture her bright and breezy personality.
So sweet and chocolate you make me feel good 넌 어때 넌 몰래 난 tonight
Despite her playful lyrics and demeanor, her music upholds an important message of valuing inner beauty and uniqueness, principles she's steadfastly embraced throughout her career with her carefree
Wow.
attitude
Oh
and
my God.
attraction to unconventional concepts. Whether it's through her YouTube channel, television appearances, or musical theater, Solar has
smile.
consistently demonstrated that she possesses one of the most spectacular voices of the industry.
Agreed. I didn't mention that actually when I reacted to the Killing Voice video. At that time, I didn't really know them individually.
If pushing artistic boundaries far and wide as a group or as soloists is part of Mamamoo's greatest achievements, They also enjoy the calmer phases of their career, using them as opportunities to experiment and maintain their reputation as a constant source of creative surprises. Among those would be their anthology album released in 2021 that revisits their greatest hits with remixes and new arrangements.
아주 파랗게 그려져버렸는 걸 Do you remember? 내 맘을 랩 꽉 잡아 핸들 너가 움직이는 곳으로 나 따라갈 때 왔어 주인공처럼 뜨겁게 Please tell me you love me Come on hey mommy Come
I love the editing of this video, by the way.
이리 와서 얘들 좀 봐 Come on hey sister Come on hey brother 누가 얘들 좀 말려줘
Or the first subunit of the quartet, with Solar and Moonbeal joining forces as Mamamoo Plus.
Oh, I didn't know there's
While
subunits
Leon and Hwasa
in
work on their
Mamamoo.
solo activities, which doesn't stop them from still collaborating together. Throughout their journey, Mamamoo has maintained their down-to-earth and approachable demeanor, curating a close relationship with their fans, but also with each other.
To be fair, part of the reason why I also like them is their personality and the way they interact with their fans.
Identity and sound. As they continue to walk
Like, sure, they have amazing songs and their vocals are amazing, performance too,
My hope is that
but
this video
also
gave
their
honor to
personality.
legacy and allowed you to get to know them, their art, and what they stand for a little better.
I love this video.
많이 걸었던 것 같아요. 그래서 좀 흙먼지도 많이 묻고. 네.
우린 레인보우 브릿지지.
무지개 다리.
무지개 다리를 걷고. 네, 그럼 지금까지 마마무였습니다. 감사합니다.
Woohoo. Thank you to the person who did this. I'll leave a link in the description for it. Yo!
Let's go. We have Mamamoo. Yeah. 나도 따라 산보러 간다고.
I'm gagged. Wow. Man, they have incredible stamina. Man, she is her. it wasn't just her vocals, but the emotions that were coming out of her voice. Man. I don't know what to say. It's just... I'm so impressed by Wayne's vocals. Like, she ate this one so hard. And I do have to mention, is Solar, honestly, she doesn't give off an idol vibe, a K-pop idol vibe. She kind of gives off, those Korean singer that have, singing as their only job. Because she's so good, and I'm tempted to say she might be the best vocalist I've ever heard. Like, she's not necessarily, my favorite, maybe not in my top 5, my personal favorite, voices in K-pop. But like, objectively, she might be the best one I've ever heard. And I'm tempted to say she kind of feels like an actual Korean singer that is not really an idol. Because an idol also has to know how to dance. I'm not saying that she's not a good dancer, but like, I'm saying like an idol has to know to do different things. So that's why sometimes not all idols have, amazing vocals, because they also have to try and learn different things too. And they might also be in a group where they do not have much parts. They might be in a group of 12, for example, where they barely have like 7 seconds in a song, and they can't improve because of that. Their part is always short, because they're in a group and yeah, there's already someone better than them. But here, like Solar, since she's in a group of 4 members, and they probably like trained for a really long time in terms of like vocal wise. And man, she sounds as good as those Korean singers that don't have to know how to dance. And that's a huge praise, man. Wow. Hey. We need songs like this nowadays. Man, I'm worried for the whole. How old was Wayne back then? My God. Yo. I love when they are singing together at the same time, or when they are doing high notes at the same time. This is weird. This entire video.
내 목숨 바쳐 사랑한 사람 처음이자 그대는 내 마지막 사랑.
Wow. My ears were blessed today.
이제는 내가 싫어 간다 아주
Wow.
얼마면 되는 거니 이런 상황 그게 남자 배우는 원빈 그대는 반에 봐도 못하지 어린 바보너지 너와 나 걸어가 가로수길 너와 나 지나쳐 가로등길 걷다 보니 밤하늘 오늘따라 외롭네 내 맘은 그냥 그렇다고 내 말은 잠깐만 이야기를 다시 돌려 이젠 내가 미워해 이젠 내가 싫어 간다 아주
They are Mamamoo. Wow. Anyway, guys, I will leave a link in the description to both videos. Were you guys lucky to go to a Mamamoo concert? Because I think it would be an incredible experience going to a Mamamoo concert. My ears were blessed and I was just, watching that video. Thank you, Dusty CBN, for requesting this and for also introducing me to Mamamoo. Definitely one of my favorite groups already. And yeah, I'll see you when I have time to do another Mamamoo reaction. Until then, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time for hopefully more Mamamoo content. Bye bye.